Oh. Oh, God, I'm knackered.
I've got a splinter in my hand.
Oh, you, what about my bad back?
What bad back?
I've always had a bad back, you know that. I've always suffered from a spinal weakness. I've always been warned against moving things, in fact. Lifting heavy objects.
Well, surely lifting tea chests will be good for the spine, sort of strengthen it, therapy-like.
Only under medical supervision.
Well, I'm very sorry, but Dr. Clark had more important things to do than supervise you and me humping tea chests.
I might be doing the wrong thing. Making the wrong movements. Could be fatal. Oh, it doesn't do me cartilage any good either.
I wish you make up your mind about your body.
What do you mean?
I wish you decide whether you're superbly fit or a crippled wreck. I just wish you decide whether you're Mr. Universe or a walking miracle.
I don't think I quite follow. Just because I sustained some rather serious injuries during my time of service in the Queen's Army, I don't think I follow you.
You're always on about your athletic prowess, about your pole vaulting and your commando karate course. As soon as there's a job of work to be done, you become a shadow of your former self, only kept alive by advanced medical techniques.
There's gratitude for you. There's the thanks for getting your job done at the risk of permanent injury to my spine.
If it isn't your spine, it's your leg. If it isn't your leg, it's your cartilage. If it isn't your cartilage, it's another attack of the dreaded Burmese malaria.
Amazing how friends turn on you. It was the thought of coming home to real friends that kept me going in the forces. Many's the time I've lain awake at night, in the hot tropic night, alone with me memories, and me hand clasped around me aerosol can of anti-mosquito spray.
What tropics? You were never east of Cyprus.
Officially.
Oh, come on, officially. You've got to stop all this military fantasy of yours. You were a lance corporal in the Remy. If anyone overheard you talk, they'd think you were a cross between Lawrence of Arabia and Biggles.
Biggles was in the Air Force.
Weren't you? Surely the government didn't confine you to one branch of the services? Didn't you fly Phantoms for a while? After that spell you had in submarines?
I've done my bit, played my part, and got a war wound to show for it.
Which war was this? You were stationed in Germany, but they made the peace there in 1945. You must have read about it. It was in all the papers.
I noticed we didn't have all this withering sarcasm before I helped you dump these tea chests over here. Oh, no, then it was, please, Terry, or would you mind, Terry, or do you think you could see your way clear, Terry, old friend, old pal? I'm doing all this as a favour, you know.
No, you're not. You're doing it for free beer.
Right, and you'll be surprised how much I can drink when I'm annoyed.
Let's have a cup of tea, shall we? I'm parched.
I'll do it. I'll put the kettle on. Have you got any milk?
Yes, in the fridge.
And don't think this tea is going to take the edge off my thirst either.
Hey. Hey. Jesus wants me for a sunbeam. Dib, dib, dib. Oh, hello, Thelma. I didn't expect you.
I know. Deborah's giving me a lift to work, so I brought the tea service. It's in the hall, so be careful. How are you getting on?
We made a start. We made a start. Do you want a cup of tea? Terry's in the kitchen.
Oh, no, I haven't got time. What's this?
Oh, just some stuff.
Oh, where are the new lamps? And the dining table and the laundry basket. Well, where's anything?
Well, I haven't got round to those things yet.
Oh, Well, you've got around to all this. What is it?
They're just personal effects.
All this is personal effects? You think we're hoarding all this in our new home?
Well, they're my favourite things, Thelma. That's my past in these two tea chests.
Well, I don't want your past coming over our front step. A lot of your past isn't fit for indoors.
They're all souvenirs.
They're all dusty old books and broken toys by the look of it. Now, be reasonable, Bob. We just haven't got the cupboard space.
Well, I'm not sweeping my heritage into a dustbin like litter.
But these things are meaningless now, Bob. I mean, we haven't got a spare room or an attic, you know. I mean, we'd have to place these in the house. Do you want visitors to see all these things? Do you want our friends to see that our new shelf units are covered in Rupert annuals? And the bumper adventure book for boys? And where are we going to put nudes of 1959? The guest room?
Well, I'll make room somewhere in the garage. Or I'll build a garden shed.
But you've got no use for these things. When was the last time you needed the 1956 Picture Goer Annual?
1956.
And when do you anticipate looking at it again?
Well, I might need it for reference.
What sort of reference?
Well, just supposing we were sat in one night and you said to me, hey, do you remember that circus picture with Sophia Loren? And I'd point out to you that it wasn't Sophia Loren, that it was Gina Lollobrigida. And the film was called Trapeze, also starring Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis, and I think Gloria Graham.
So we fill up our lovely home with useless remnants of your past. Clutter it with all this junk, so that once every few years you can win some pointless argument about Gina Lollobrigida. Oh. Are you keeping this for reference? And look, what about these?
Oh, I'd be ashamed to throw those out. One day you might want to know what sort of cars people used to drive.
No, I won't.
Well, our children might.
We won't have any children. We won't be able to because we won't have a nursery. We won't have a nursery because you'll have turned that room into a museum to the 1950s.
Riley. People don't make Rileys anymore.
I don't want my house a museum. I want nice pieces round me, not exhibits. I want ornaments, not mementos. Oh, stop playing with your Riley. Please, Bob, take them all away.
Where to?
Well, take them back to your mother's.
She doesn't want them. My mother doesn't want them. She's going to let my room to a student from Zambia, and he doesn't want them.
Well, try the dustman of the Children's Hospital. Look, I must go. I'm late already. Bye. And please, Pet, all gone when I get back. And don't give nudes of 1959 to the Children's Hospital.
Coast clear, is it?
Aye. Oh, Gloria Graham wasn't in Trapeze.
Gloria Graham?
It was the greatest show on earth.
I thought Gloria Graham worked on the hardware counter at Woolworths.
That was Gloria Gaydon.
Aye, I wonder what happened to her.
I've got a picture of her in here somewhere. I've got a picture in here of just about everyone we ever knew.
Oh, I deserve this, though, but...
How are you feeling, mate?
Better for this.
How's the back?
Oh, it's not so bad, thanks. Considering.
And, the leg, not too much pain?
No, it'll be all right if I keep it up. Why?
Well, I was just wondering, like, if you might do me a favour. Old friend, old pal.
Oh, just there. Lower down. That's it. Oh, my God. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to have to see somebody about myself.
You're in for a busy day then, aren't you? What with the osteopath and the physiotherapist and the hospital for tropical diseases.
Anymore, you're sark and you'll need the casualty ward. Oh, steady, man, steady. Oh, you haven't got the knack.
Well, I'm inhibited, aren't I? What if my mother came in and caught you with your pants down?
Your mother doesn't care what goes on in this house as long as people wipe their feet first. Oh, that's enough, man, that's enough.
Well, does it feel any better?
Oh, a little.
You never know. My hands might have hidden natural healing powers.
Oh, I had trouble with my back when I was in Germany. I went to this health clinic near München. The girls there had the knack.
Is that what they call them out there? Health clinics?
It was a proper, respectable place with a Turkish bath and a receptionist in a white coat and everything. There was this girl there. First time I went. And it was obvious, you know, that she fancied me. Well, no, it was more than that. She was fond of me. She only charged me half price.
Well, surely that was because there's so little of you to massage.
What there was firm, supple muscle, mate, which made a welcome change from her, from all those flabby krauts reeking of garlic. Because, I mean, that's what our clients were. Great fat businessmen from advertising agencies, staggering in from their drunken lunches, puffing their long cigars. And then one day, there was me. A young soldier in a strange land. She smiled, and I smiled back, and I knew. I could tell what she was thinking.
She was thinking, oh, good, I'll be home early tonight.
She was thinking what a nice change it would be to stick her thumbs into something young. Anyway, I started to see more and more of her.
And presumably she's seen everything there was of you.
Surprising that things developed. Things I'd never felt before.
Like biceps?
I'm trying to tell you something serious. I'm trying to tell you how I met my wife.
Your wife? Yuta? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I thought this was another of your military fantasies. You never told me she was a masseur.
Masseuse.
I meant that. I'm sorry.
Good and all. She had a diploma.
Must have been a strange courtship.
Ah, I suppose it was. Only seeing her twice a week with a towel wrapped round me waist. It was 2 months before I got up the nerve to ask her out. Because they're not supposed to see their clients socially, you see. It's a funny thing.
What?
Our first date, we arranged to meet outside a cinema in the city centre. She walked straight past me. She'd never seen me with my clothes on before.
You don't often talk about her.
Not often, no.
Hardly ever mention her.
I know, it's just that times like this I think of her.
Times like what?
When me back's bloody killing me.
You relax, kid, you relax. I'll unpack this lot.
Unpack? I thought you had to get rid of it all.
I will. I'll just unpack it and I'll store it somewhere until I decide where to put it.
No, you won't. I know you. You're a hoarder. You can't chuck anything away. Even this ravaged old thing's still here.
Mind his ear?
His ear's the only thing left to hold on to. What possible use is a bald, blind teddy bear with one arm and no squeak?
No use at all. That's not the point.
I bet when you emptied that cupboard, it was the first time you'd seen him in 10 years.
I haven't seen my great Auntie Elsie for 10 years, but that's no need to dump her on the corporation tip. Hey, do you remember my guinea pig, Gregory?
Has he escaped?
No, you fool, he died 10 years ago.
And I bet you've kept his ashes in a cufflink box.
Do you remember how we used to race them? We used to race them, mine against yours. Never really got going, did they?
I don't think they're natural athletes, guinea pigs.
Hey, look at this! Panther Division, Rommel's lot. My Uncle Arthur took this off a dead soldier at Alamein.
Well, knowing your Uncle Arthur, it certainly wouldn't have been a live one.
Hey, do you see this rabbit? Do you see this rabbit? That is no ordinary rabbit.
True.
That is a luminous rabbit.
Luminous?
Yeah, it glows in the
Oh,
dark.
it doesn't look luminous to me.
Right, I'll prove it to you. Get up, come on. You see?
It's not very bright, though, is it?
It's bright enough to read a mucky book by when I was a kid.
Oh, God, it's a wonder you didn't go blind. Look at all this... Hey, that's O'Reilly, isn't it?
Yes.
Hey, look at all these records. Blimey. Bo Diddley. Fats Waller. Hey. Buddy Holly.
I had every Buddy's Holly single ever made.
And we didn't call them singles in them days, did we?
Do you remember when we had a skiffle group?
How could I forget? You on washboard,
Dublin Gazoo,
Big John Gibson on banjo.
Fats Gibson we called him then. Morris Memphis Hardacre on drums.
Well, drum. And me on tea chest.
That was the tea chest.
Never. Dum 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 dum.
I was the leader.
I could never understand why, seeing as how you've always been tone deaf.
I was the leader because it was my garden shed we used to practice in.
Whatever happened to Rob Ferris and the Wildcats?
See how hard it is to throw away these golden oldies.
Oh, I know, man, I know. I understand. I mean, I've got some things that I would never throw away, things that are precious to me, you know. Now, I've got a piece of lava from Vesuvius, must be worth a fortune. I've had it years.
Is this it?
Yes, it is. How did you get that? That's my lava.
Well, it can't have been all that precious to you then, because you swapped it me. You swapped it for a copy of Health and Beauty and a packet of licorice also.
Well, I want it back. Come on, it's mine. I want it back.
Don't erupt. No need to blow your top. You get it? Lava, volcano, blow your top. Oh, all right, then keep it. Keep your lava. And I'll keep my Henry.
Well, it's valuable, sentimentally.
Well, so's this lot. Throwing this lot out would be like losing a limb.
Of course it would.
If only Thelma understood.
Well, she should. Thelma's wrong and you are right. What you've got here is a tribute to your past. These are the sort of things that money can't buy. You can't put a price on a lump of lava or a ruined brewing.
Absolutely. Henry stays, and so does everything else.
Quite right.
Can't stay here, of course. not with the new lodger?
Well, they shouldn't stay here. They should stay with you and your new home. And you tell Thelma that. It's your home as well as hers, and where you go, they go.
I knew you'd understand. Old friend. Old pal.
Oh, God, what have I said?
I didn't need these.
Oh, a short call, was it?
To the point.
What did you say?
I said that I was not prepared to give up my heritage, that it's my home as well as her home, and where those things go, I go.
Well put. What did she say?
She gave me one of her ominous silences.
So what did you do?
I gave her one of my ominous silences.
Pretty pointless phone call, really, then, wasn't it?
It made its point. Then the pips went.
That's the best thing. Cheers.
Cheers. After this, we'll move the dining room table.
Oh, give us a chance, man.
Is the back still bad?
Bad? I can't even bend it. I was going to have a game of darts, and I couldn't raise my eyes up to see double top.
You don't seem to have any trouble raising up that pint.
I've earned this pint.
You don't think that I'm being unreasonable, do you?
I'm not humping all that stuff back again.
Because I don't think I'm being unreasonable.
It'd be dangerous.
If anything, I think she's been unreasonable.
Strain.
On the other hand, we haven't got the cupboard space.
Slip a disc.
And it is our new house.
On me back for months.
I am, you know. I am being unreasonable.
Encased in plaster from head to foot.
Do you think so? Do you think I'm being unreasonable?
What? Unreasonable about what?
Well, asking you to help me hump those tea chests back again.
Oh.
Terry, we've all gone. I've been robbed.
One luminous what, sir?
Bunny. Rabbit.
What function might that usefully perform, sir? Just out of academic interest.
Well, it glows in the dark. So you can read things under the bedclothes.
One rabbit, luminous.
There's a guinea pig cage. No guinea pig, just the cage.
One cage, guinea pig, uninhabited.
Is there anything I've forgotten?
Does it matter? 3 sheets of foolscap should be enough to be going on with.
We'll get this list circulated.
Good job you had that lava in your pocket.
Lava?
Yes, from a volcano. Vesuvius was in me pocket.
Yes, that was fortunate, wasn't it?
Can you tell me what the chances are? I mean, some of those things are very precious to me.
Oh, I can see that, sir.
Can you give me any idea?
For some time, we've suspected that robberies in this area were being masterminded by Mr. Big. This only confirms our suspicions. Or it might be a heavy mob up from the smoke. We'll keep you informed, sir. CID. Charlie? Listen, you're not going to believe this.
Thelma.
I brought these things round myself, as you obviously weren't going to. You were too busy running your souvenir shuttle service.
Well, thank God you didn't come early. You might have disturbed them. They might have beaten you up or tied you up or worse.
Oh, who might?
The thieves, darling, villains. We've been robbed.
Robbed?
Well, at least I have. They've taken my tea chests.
It was the Reverend Newman.
What?
And that curate of his with the red hair and the bicycle clips.
The Reverend Newman?
Just think what he's been doing with the collection plates all this time.
Well, do you think thieves would leave the cooker, the fridge, and my print of Bernard Buffett's Clown and take 2 chest loads of miscellaneous rubbish?
But why? Why the clergy?
Because I rang him up and said, do you want some stuff for your jumble sale for the War on Want?
Jumble sale? What sort of people are going to end up with my things?
Be all right. They are parishioners, good Christian homes.
Not necessarily. There's a very dodgy lot on that jumble sale circuit. Thelma, how could you? Where are you
I
going?
thought I'd make a tactful withdrawal. I'll put the kettle on.
I said, Thelma, how could you?
You made me very cross ringing up like that and giving me an ultimatum.
Well, just for the record, I came round here to take those things back again for your sake. I decided I was being selfish.
Had you?
Yes, I had. I decided to burn them, or bury them, or drown them in the canal. Even though they were my most treasured, precious possessions.
Oh, you make me feel awful. I've been the selfish one.
No, you were right, and I was wrong. We haven't got the cupboard space.
Oh, we could find it, Pet, or you could build a shed in the garden, or we can stuff them in the airing cupboard, anything.
No,
Don't argue, Pet, really. Listen, when we've got a kiddie, he'll love playing with your old dinky toys. Or finding out that Gloria Graham was in trapeze.
Oh, she wasn't actually. I was wrong.
Well, there you are. That proves that we need good reference books. Look, go and get them back. They won't have sold them yet.
Pet, are you sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, I see. Love and peace is the message now, is it?
Terry, love, I'm sorry about today. I do hope I didn't put you back up.
Oh, no. Out, but not up.
You are kind. I know you won't mind helping Bobby bring those things back one more time.
Thank you once again for your generosity.
Oh, my privilege, Vicar. Good cause. Least one could do. 5 quid. 5 bloody quid.
You say the stuff was contained in 2 tea chests. We'll apprehend, over and out. Not very subtle, are they?
Subtle as an air raid.
All right, lads. No fuss, eh? No sweat. Fair cop.
Pardon?
All falls into place now. Insurance swindle, wasn't it? You two and your collaborators from the clergy were out to do Lloyd's for $500,000.
Very sorry, Inspector.
Don't butter me up, lad.
Sir, I'm very... Well, we're both very sorry for...
Lads, please. When you're as overworked as we are, when you've got too few policemen chasing too many villains, and too few beat bobbies chasing too many parking offenders, and when you've got to cope with students and demos and break-ins and breakouts, and lost cats, and flashes and fairies and false alarms, and allegations of police brutality, it makes a welcome change to be frigged about by idiots like this. Out. Hey! What about that lot?
You didn't have to.
I did. I did it for my marriage.
She said you could keep them.
Oh, it's just a guilt. Things will be different in a couple of weeks when she wants cupboard space for all her wedding presents. There would have always been a bone of contention between us. This is the best way.
Well, don't take it so hard.
It's all right. After all, what are they? It's a load of rubbish. How do you feel, mate?
Pretty terrible. But don't you worry.
How's the pain? Still severe?
Spreading. Around both shoulders and down the backs of both legs. Still, it'll be worse tomorrow.
I'm to blame. It's my fault.
Oh, no, don't you worry if you can't slip a disc for a friend. Poor old Henry doesn't look too clever, does he?
Travel sickness, I expect.
Why is he bald?
Don't you remember? We used to play hairdressers.
Is that how he lost his ear and all?
No, he lost that at the same time as he lost his arm. We put him through my mother's mangle.
What a terrible thing to do.
Well, we were interrogating him at the time.
Did he talk? I mean, squeak?
No, nor ever since.
I see. It's guilt makes you keep Henry, not sentiment.
Oh, shut up, will you, man? Well, I've had enough of sentiment for one day, thank you very much. What's all this stuff?
It's not one of ours.
Must be stuff that Thelma's brought around. Hockey stick?
She doesn't still play hockey, does she?
Not for 10 years. Kaleidoscope?
One panda, black and white, squeak intact.
One neckerchief, navy blue.
Girl Guides.
One record, LP. The World of Billy Fury.
One book, 5 on Kirin Island.
Not a book, Little Women.
Paperweight, Eiffel Tower.
One doll. Gingham knickers.
One music box, no music.
Another paperweight, snow scene.
One pair of Y-fronts, male.
Male Y-fronts.
Probably Billy Fury's.
Well, she's got to know. What you want bringing all this junk round here for? Where have we got the cupboard space for this lot of junk, eh? What does she want with a broken music box and a pet panda?
Well, she's gone too far this time, Bob. You went out of your way to be reasonable, and now she is being totally unreasonable.
I have been reasonable.
To say the least, it's a typical selfish female attitude.
She has been most unreasonable.
Well, I know what I'd do if I was you. I'd take it back, all of it. I'd pack it all up and dump it on her doorstep.
Would you, mate?
No question. It's a matter of principle. Dump it on her doorstep.